I don't know if it's lucky for me or lucky for you. I've wrote most of my stories down. Some are in my head, but some are in my diary. When COVID-19 first began, I remember saying to myself, I could probably do 2 or 3 weeks of this. It's turned into almost a year. And I think the knowledge is beginning to drift out of my head now. So, the first story of the day is the cabbie told me if he'd like a credit as Spud. So he said he's pulled up to a couple, and the bloke says to him, just making sure this lady gets herself in a black cab. Yours is red, but you'll do. So he said he was looking at her, and he said to her, was that the actor Serena McClellan? She went, yeah. He said, you look really familiar. She said, do you know who I am? He said, did you play the headmistress in St. Trinian's? And she said, no, I bloody well did not. And Spud said, I didn't mean to upset you. She said, you have. She was angry with him. And he said he's turned the light on to rectify his mistake. And she said, you can turn the light off. I don't enjoy your behaviour. So he said, there's complete silence in the back of the cab now, and there's tumbleweed blowing through the back as well. And when they got to where she lives, which most cabbies all know, she's very elderly now, so she's trying to slam his door, couldn't manage that, so the alarm's going beep, 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 beep. She's charged around the cab, slammed £20 down and raised her voice. What is the most common surname in the country? I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to get in any trouble. So he said what the most common surname in the country was, and she stomped off. An absolute icon. A story that involved me. I was, as usual, drinking a cup of tea, and the concierge at concierge at the Ritz called me up, and the lady got in. She'd been in cream tea. She's having cream teas in the Ritz, and she got in and we had a few drinks. Now we're driving along, and she said to me, driver, who have you had in the car that's famous, nice, and you like them? Well, I said to her, funny enough, Jacob Rees-Mogg. This woman exploded into the most amazing sea rant that I couldn't even equal. And I said to her, hold on a minute. You asked the question, and I've answered it. Do you know this man? She went, no. Well, I said, well, how do you know he's a C-U-N-T C-U-N so-and-so? And she said, you're one as well. And she said, stop the cab, and she got out. Last of all, another one that I was involved in. I'm sitting there dozing away, and the door opens and a bloke gets in, and he says to me, Bricklayer's Arms, please, driver. I said to him, oh, come on, mate, there must be loads of pubs in this country called the Bricklayer's Arms. He went, there's also a great big roundabout at the old Kent Road as well. I went, oh, yeah. Anyway, look, hopefully you're enjoying the stories. If you want to email, and I do get the odd email, it's Jackanory Cabby, that's Jackanory, O-R-Y, CABBIE @gmail.com.